welcome back to my channel. I am here today to share with you guys my 24 and 25 week pregnancy update. I normally like to film these videos at the beginning of whatever week I'm in, but I am actually towards the end of my 25th week. Tomorrow I will be 26 weeks. So I had till today to get this filmed, and I waited till last minute because we have all been so busy. To start off with, I did cut my hair. I chopped off a lot of inches. I don't know exactly how many inches, but my hair was like down to here when I like pulled it all in the front, and it is now really short. Not too short. I still feel like I can put it up in a ponytail and in a bun and like do cute things with it. It's not that short, but it is a little bit short for me. I have not had my hair this short since I was actually pregnant with Reagan. I did cut it a little bit shorter than this. It was probably about right here. So I haven't had it short in almost 3 years. It's been like 2.5 years. So it has been a long time since I have like actually chopped my hair off, but I was feeling the need for a change, especially because it's been so hot here, and also because I think I mentioned this a few videos back that my hair has changed this pregnancy, and I don't know what's going on with it. It's just being really difficult. It gets knotted really easily and tangled really easily. When I'm not pregnant and my hair is short, it normally gets really tangly, especially in like the back of my neck, but when my hair is long, I have no problem with it. But when I'm pregnant, I have the opposite problems. Now that it's short, I haven't had any knotting or tangling or anything like that, but when it was long, that's all it was doing, was getting tangled. I was going back and forth on cutting it because my face tends to start to swell during the end of my pregnancy, and I didn't want to have too short of hair and a swollen face, but I think I went with a pretty good length, and I don't think I'm going to have that problem. But regardless, I'm not going to be pregnant forever, and even if my face does start to swell, which I'm sure it will, it's going to go away after baby is born. I have not had a doctor's appointment since I last filmed a video. I had a doctor's appointment on my last update the same day because I waited until my doctor's appointment to film. So I have not been back to the doctor. I actually go next week. I had to push my appointment because we have a lot going on this week. So I was actually supposed to go in 2 days, but I pushed it until next week. And speaking of doctor's visits, I still have not taken my glucose test. I have just been lazy and been being a slacker, and I have not gone to do it. So I need to just do it. But my problem is that, like I said in my last video, I don't have anybody to watch the kids. My parents have been out of town, and my sister works like a full-time job, so I don't just have anybody that can watch my kids, and my husband has been super busy with work, so it has been a little bit difficult because I know that they won't let me bring the kids back there. Like, I already know. So there's no point in me going and then taking the test and then being like, oh sorry, you can't come back with your kids, because that would just be really irritating. So I do need to go get that done before my next doctor's visit, because they're gonna be super mad at me if I haven't gone to get that done yet. Baby boy still does not have a name. We cannot agree on a name. Like, we go back and forth. I like certain names, my husband likes certain names. What's making it really hard is me because my first 2 kids, when I came up with their names, they both ended in N's. They both have 6 letters in their name, just by chance, and both of their names ended with an N. And then when I had my youngest, I just liked the name Reagan. We used to go for walks a lot when I was pregnant with her, and where we were living at the time in my hometown, they were building a new school, and the name was Reagan, and I just really liked that name. And then I was on Pinterest a few days later, and I actually saw a little girl nursery and it said Reagan above the crib, and I'm like, oh yes, I love that name. And it too has 6 letters and ends with an N. So I have 3 kids. This is 100% my last baby. So I feel like this baby has to end with an N too, because I just feel like it would be weird if it didn't. We are still trying to narrow down a name that ends with an N. So wish us luck with that, because I seriously think this baby is not gonna have a name until he comes out, and we are forced to pick a name at the hospital because we just can't agree. It's just one of those things where we just cannot agree on it. Speaking of baby, he is approximately 14 inches long and nearly 2 pounds. It's crazy to think that he only has 5 to 6 more inches to grow in length before he is the size he's going to be when he's born. All of my kids have either been 19 or 20 inches. I have not had a 21-inch baby yet, so I'm thinking this one is not going to be 21 inches. I may be completely wrong, but still, either way, 5 to 6 more inches is not that much more he has to grow in length before he's going to be here. So I definitely feel that he is so much bigger now. Up until this point, I was just feeling little kicks here and there. Now that I am a little bit bigger and he's grown a little bit more, I actually feel his like body parts, like his legs or his arms. I can actually like grab a hold of them if he's in a certain position. Like I can actually feel that he's in there, like from the outside. So that is something new that has been happening. I've always enjoyed when my kids get to be this big inside my belly because they're really moving around and you can really feel like what they're doing and like changing positions. Like I know when he's kicking now versus when he's like rolling around and changing positions. Moving on to symptoms for the last 2 weeks. I don't like filming weekly updates because I don't feel like a lot changes every week, but when I go back to film like a video and talk about my previous week, I always forget. I don't know if it's pregnancy brain. I don't know if it's because I have so many kids running around and it's summer vacation. I have no idea what it is, but I really have to like sit down and think about what I'm going to talk about because it just goes away from my mind. But the last 2 weeks I have had a lot of heartburn. Not as much as I've had in some of my past pregnancies, but I definitely have been kept awake at night because of my heartburn and combine that with my restless leg syndrome. So I have been living off of Tums. I keep them over here on my nightstand next to my bed because I just need them almost every night. So it doesn't really matter what I eat. Last night I had a watermelon cut up and it was like a chilled watermelon. We ate it about 9 o'clock while we were watching a TV show, and by 11 o'clock when I went to go to sleep I had such bad heartburn. Like who knew that watermelon could give you heartburn? But it's just one of those things where no matter what I eat, I tend to get heartburn. I have been noticing that I have been having Braxton Hicks, and I never really noticed them in any of my other pregnancies. And I don't know if it's just because of how the baby was positioned. I don't know if it's because it's just a tightening and I just ignored it and thought it was maybe something else. But I have been noticing that I have been having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions lately. Not to the point where I need to be alarmed by it, but I've really just noticed it this pregnancy, and I think it's just how I'm carrying him and how he's positioned in there. I'm just feeling them more. There have been some days where I've been out and about doing a lot of things where I have to come home and lay down because I've been having such like strong Braxton Hicks that my stomach hurts so bad, or like my uterus is hurting really, really bad. And it's a weird, I don't really know how to explain it unless you've had them before, but I feel like with this pregnancy, my Braxton Hicks are a little bit more painful. Like I'm actually really noticing them as compared to my other pregnancies. During the beginning of my 24th week, I did come down with some kind of stomach bug. Everyone in my family had it, so that was not very fun. The baby got it first, and then my son got it, then I got it, and then my daughter got it. The only person who didn't get it was my husband, but I think it's because he works so much and he's only around us during the day, and he basically just comes home, eats dinner, and showers and goes to bed, that he wasn't around us enough to catch it. But we all kind of went through like a 48-hour bug, and it was definitely not fun. Being pregnant and being sick is just not a good combination, especially when you have multiple kids. It's just not fun. Once we got over that, everything went back to normal. Everyone was fine. It was just one of those things that we just kind of had to get through and suffer through because there was nothing we could really do about it. So we are all back to feeling a lot better. One of my biggest symptoms that I have had this past week has been my sciatic nerve. I think that's what it's called. I had really bad problems with it my last pregnancy. I never had issues with it during my first two. I mean, I had like lower back pain during the end of my pregnancy, but it was never like my nerve. I know for sure that it is my nerve because I will be walking or I'll be like rolling over in bed and when I move my right leg, it's mostly my right leg, but when I move it, my whole left leg will like go nuts. I don't really know how to explain it other than I feel like I can't move. The other day I was walking in the store and I was pushing the shopping cart, and every step I took with my left leg, I thought I was going to die. Like, it was very, very painful, and it starts in like your lower back, like your tailbone, and it goes all the way down my left side of my leg. I'm so thankful that I don't have it in both legs, because I've Googled it and like researched about it in my last pregnancy and this one, and you can get it in both of your legs. So I'm so thankful that right now I don't have it in both legs, because it is just not fun to deal with when I'm like getting up off the couch or like squatting down to pick something up. I just get this sharp pain, and it's almost like I just can't move. It like paralyzes you for a second, because it's just so hard for you to like get over that pain and move into a different position. It's just a really sucky thing, and there's nothing that the doctors can do about it. It's just how the baby is positioned, and everything is being compressed. Because I'm only 25 weeks, I still have like 14 weeks, or like at this point I have like 13 weeks because of my C-section date, but I still have 13 more weeks of dealing with this, and it's just not gonna be fun. I don't mean to complain. I feel like sometimes in these pregnancy vlogs it just sounds like a lot of complaining, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me or like pity myself. I'm just sharing my experiences, because I want other people to know that if they're feeling the same way, it's not just them. Like, it's something that we all kind of go through, or that other women are also going through. So I don't mean to be complaining if I'm coming off like that. I'm trying to still be in like a good attitude, even though I'm running off of no sleep because the heartburn kept me up last night, and when it finally went away, I could not go to sleep because of my restless legs. So I'm just taking it one day at a time, but I'm just making sure that you guys know I'm not trying to complain. I'm just trying to share my experiences with you guys. I think that is all for my symptoms this week. I've just been out of breath a lot. Because it's been really, really hot here. I've noticed that I've been starting to get lightheaded when it gets too hot, or if I'm wearing something that is like super constricting, I just can't breathe. I have not been able to wear maternity pants, you know, the ones that like come up over your belly, because by the time I have my maternity pants on and then a shirt pulled over it, I feel like I'm overheating and I can't breathe. So I've just been making sure not to be wearing maternity pants when I go out. Like when I'm out and about, I'll either wear the shorts I'm going to show you guys, or I will wear like a maternity dress, either something that's loose or one of those ones from Target that just goes to your knees. I've been living in those when I'm out in public, because I know I won't overheat if I'm wearing those things. So we have still been in the hundreds the last couple weeks, and it does not look like we have a 90s day in sight. So I'm trying to stay in as much as we can, and when we are out, I'm just making sure to stay hydrated and drink a lot of water. I don't want to overheat and cause my body more stress than it already is under carrying and making a baby. I did weigh myself. Not today, I weighed myself yesterday. By the time I'm filming this video, it's already late afternoon and I already ate breakfast and lunch, so I didn't want to go weigh myself now, because my weight always changes from the morning to the late afternoon and evening. But when I weighed myself, I was 139, so I think that is 1 pound from my last update. So I have officially gained 17 pounds this pregnancy. I am trying not to focus on my weight. I think I mentioned that last time. I don't want to go over 150, so I have 10 more pounds that I, in my mind, want to gain. That would put me right at a 30-ish pound weight gain. That would be actually like 28 pounds, but I'm trying not to go over that, just because it is hard for me to lose the pregnancy weight. So if I do end up going over, I know it is not the end of the world. I'm just still trying to like control my weight gain, because when I hit my second trimester and I was able to eat, I did start gaining weight a lot faster than I have in some of my past pregnancies. I know they say it's pregnancy and you should not really worry about your weight and you'll lose it and it's your last baby, and all the things that people say about like being able to eat whatever they want because they're pregnant. But at the same time, it's still your body. Once you give birth, you're left over with all that weight that wasn't all baby, that was just you eating too much. And I have been there and I don't want to be there again, but I have been indulging. I have been loving chocolate lately. I'm not normally a big chocolate fan, but every day I just want like a candy bar. So I haven't been having them every day, but probably every other day I've been snacking on a candy bar throughout the day because it just tastes really, really good. I didn't purchase too much this week for baby, but I did order one thing that I ordered on Amazon, and then I picked up 2 things at the store. So what I ordered from Amazon was this JJ Cole diaper caddy. This is what it looks like. On one side it's divided and it's shallow on this side. A box of wipes will fit there perfectly, and then on this side it's pretty deep, and that's for like diapers or anything that you would want to put on that side. It does come with a changing pad and like a little pocket on this side, and then in the front it has a little drawer that you could pull out for things that you don't want other kids getting into. When I was at Target, I couldn't find any little diaper caddies at all, actually. So I'm pretty sure Target does carry them, but I couldn't find them at my local Target. So I got online and I found this one. It was like their top rated one on Amazon, and I put it in my basket, but I didn't buy it. And then the next day I got an email saying that it was on sale, and it was normally like $28 and it was on sale for like $15. So I snagged that up with my Amazon Prime, so I got like free overnight shipping. So that was really, really good. It's always cool when you want to get something and you're gonna get it regardless, but it goes on sale. So I did get that. We were at Marshall's. My husband needed a new belt and some work pants. So we went to Marshall's and I saw this cute little Burt's Bees little sleeper. It doesn't zip, which I like when they zip, but the buttons are just at the bottom so they don't snap all the way up, and I thought it was really, really cute, and it was on sale for like $6. So I got that because, like I said, I'm all about that gray, black, and white life for this baby. That is one little outfit that I got him. The only other thing we got this week is this little dinosaur shirt. It is gray and green. The little dinosaur lights up in the dark. The only reason why we ended up getting this little shirt is because my son has the same exact shirt that he's had for a few months now. We found it at like JCPenney's, I think, or maybe Marshall's. I don't know. We found it somewhere that was not the Carter's store. We recently went to Carter's because I had to get the kids matching outfits for some pictures that we were taking, and Austin actually found this shirt and he said, "Mom, we have to get it because the baby can match me." So I'm like, oh, that's so cute. My girls match all the time, but I want my boys to match, but it's really cute that my son wanted to match, if that makes any sense. So I did pick this up so they will be able to match. I got a 3-month because I don't know how much longer my son is gonna fit into his shirt, and I wanted them to be able to wear them together, and they didn't have the big boys, like the toddler shirts, in the same one. They only had it in like baby sizes. So I just decided to pick that up so that they could match, and it was just cute that he was excited about it. So that is all for baby buys this week. Somebody asked me in one of my last videos why I haven't been buying a lot of baby clothes, and that is partially because I still have a lot of baby clothes from my son. They're not necessarily my taste, but I still have a lot of them left over. So it's not like this baby is not gonna have clothes. I have tons of clothes in Rubbermaids that I just need to go through. So I do still have a lot of clothes, and my cousin recently had a baby boy. Her baby is 2 months old and just grew out of newborn clothes, so she gave me a bunch of newborn stuff too. So he is not in need for clothes. I'm just being picky about what clothes I purchase because I can do that. It's my 4th kid and I can do that this time around. I think that is it for this week's update. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I always feel like I ramble so much in these videos because I probably am, but you know what? That's okay. It is fun to sit down and film these so that I have something to look back on and remember. I'm going to show you guys my belly and do a measurement, and I will be right back. This is the belly from this side. I just feel like I'm getting really big, but I say that every single time. I don't feel that big like when I look down. When I look in the mirror, I just feel super duper huge. But this is what we are working with, and with the shirt up, and from the front, and the side. This week's measurement, I am right about 36.5. These are the shorts that I have been living in the past couple weeks. I picked them up from H&M. They're super duper comfortable because I haven't wanted anything that goes over my belly. And I got a size medium, but I definitely think I could have gotten a size small. But regardless, they will definitely fit me throughout the rest of my pregnancy. If you guys are pregnant and looking for some comfortable shorts, I will leave those in the description box below. You wanna say hi? You wanna say hi? Say hi! Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you guys have missed any of my past pregnancy updates and are wanting to find out where those are, they will be in the description box below as well in the info cards up here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!